How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which was up 4.21% on Friday. And this was great knowing that the market was falling off a cliff. So again, many are asking, what do you see this stock doing on Monday? We also have to go over some recent news. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $2.48, being up 4.20%. On the low, it tested $2.33, and then on the high, testing $2.63. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 19.44 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 13.163 million shares. So we had above average volume on the day, and plus we saw some strength in the stock. Now when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 46.74. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and we're also below the 21-day EMA. But one thing to pay attention to, yes, we are trading below all of our major moving averages, but BBIG is gaining a good amount of momentum. We've been able to form higher lows for the past 2 trading days, and as far as the price of $2.54, which is where we have the 21-day EMA, it was clearly there inside of the after hours. So wanting this momentum to continue going into the pre-market as well, and then into the open, I'm going to be expecting us to at least be around $2.64, which is right around the 50-day moving average. And then essentially, if we have more buying that is coming in, especially with the catalyst that we had as of late, then I'd want to see us get up to the 100-day at $2.85, and then seeing what we could do from there. Making that push to 3 would be a really good look, but we have to understand this is a psychological area. We are in a bear market. There will be some selling pressure. There will be some profit taking. So breaking through this $3 level will definitely be key here. Now, if we end up deciding to have weakness inside of the play, then of course, I'd want us to actually hold up support at least at the $2.33 level, which we shown on the Friday. But again, things are definitely looking good, especially since on Friday the market was looking really weak, but BBIG was able to pull up a green day. Now let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So taking a look at the recent filings for the 29th, we have Young's Advisory Group that purchased 15,290 shares. We also see some closed position here as well, but that's all we have as of late. And then when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 51.54%, and then the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 6.15 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 300,000, updated 17 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate being at 32.53%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 28th, it is at 49.18, and then for the close of the 29th, being at 51.54. So what this shows us, and taking into consideration the short interest percentage of the float being at 15.47%, BBIG does have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution.
Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we see on the inflow, it was at 10.91 million, and then on the outflow, it was at 10.37 million. So we ended up having an inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large, it was 0.26 million. On the medium, it was 7.69 million, and then on the small, it was 2.96 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 0. On the medium, it was 6.62 million, and then on the small, it was 3.75 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for April the 29th, we had that inflow of 260,000. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. And then taking a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more buying than we had selling. And then taking a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 10.39%. So this is definitely not too bad of a range for a volatile stock like BBIG. But one thing that we saw, as far as the volatility we had on the markets on the Friday and that strong sell-off and it pulling off a green day, definitely makes it interesting for Monday. I'll talk about it further in the final thoughts, so let's get into it right now. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, we finally got an update in regards to Cryptide. We should be looking forward to this spinoff in Q2, so that could be coming anytime soon. So that's bringing a lot of excitement. They also have the proxy that's going to be coming out on Saturday. I'm seeing that we should be able to get some more information for the coming week. Hopefully we can get something on Monday. And the reason why this works out very well, this gives investors a lot of confidence. We've been dealing with bearish conditions inside of the market, and BBIG has been holding up fairly well. So now when we talk about the price action, the key area that I want to see BBIG get to is at $2.85. If we can get to this level and hold, that's where I want to look forward to seeing that move going to $3. Keep in mind, this will be a psychological area. There could be some selling pressure. So if we see that there's more demand in the market around this area, then I want to look for that strong push. But do know, if you are going to be getting into this play, you must have a strategy. This is very important. It ended up seeing a high around $2.63 on the Friday. Again, we want to see BBIG visit those levels again. And if it decides to have a pullback or it shows some weakness, as long as we hold support above $2.30, that would be a good look. But if it goes down lower than that, then that might be an opportunity for anyone who's a swing trader or an investor wanting to take advantage when that spin-off news does come out, because I do see that there's upside in this play. Again, do your homework, do your due diligence. This is essential for volatile stocks like this. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership, we do see some activity, which is good. But for the short interest information, BBIG does have short squeeze potential. So that's why I'm saying, if we have a lot more excitement coming into this stock like we saw on the Friday and more retail interest, I'm looking forward to seeing BBIG get well above $3. But I have to make sure and also communicate with you guys that there are many traders that are going to be all over this play. And we can see institutions have been getting involved as well. We see a lot of call buying that was happening on the Friday, so many are expecting a big move. And what I want to make sure is that you're going to be on the winning side. So there's no reason why you should be buying at the highs whatsoever. But if you want to go and do that, again, just make sure that you're keeping a record of this and know, okay, you know what? If the trade ends up going against me, here's how I could do better next time for the next play, because there's always another play inside of the market. But aside from that, as far as for BBIG, I want to see that move going to $3 sometime this week and see if that selling pressure is able to actually die down and we can make that push even further up. We know what those key levels are when we break through $3. We've been talking about BBIG for quite some time on this channel, so that's why I'm really excited to see what this stock can do. And I also can't forget to tell you guys, we have the FOMC meeting that is coming out. So Jerome Powell, if he sticks to doing 50 basis points, that has already been priced in. So I see a rally would be coming into these markets. If he goes up higher than 50 basis points, of course the market is just going to continue to go down. If he goes below that 50 basis points, let's say if he does 25, again, a very strong rally. So I'd make sure that you guys are keeping your ears to the street or continue to watch my videos, because I'll keep you guys inside of the loop whenever news drops. We'll talk soon.